How you doing tonight? Friday night, start of the weekend, always a good thing, always. We've got a little bit of information that we go over before we start ripping into things, so let's go ahead and get rolling with that. First up, feedback. That is 100% automated for me on eBay. And what that means to you is this: anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return with no waiting, right? That's how we like things, instantly these days. And of course, the second thing there, a far more important thing, is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company on this Friday night. We are next going to take a look at what is coming up here in the days ahead. So these are the breaks that we're going to be conducting over the course of the next several days. Tomorrow night, it will be a half case of encased basketball. That is the back half of a case that we started a couple of days ago. Unparalleled football will come in behind that, and we're going to open a master case of that tomorrow night. So a 16-box master case means 2 8-box inner cases will be opened. On Sunday, we're going to start at 8 Eastern, and that's early for us, of course, and I intended for us to open a master case of certified football, and apparently I forgot to change the quantity, so we're actually going to be opening a 12-box inner case, so there you go. On Monday night, we will open Optic Baseball by the full case. We haven't opened that one in a little while. On Tuesday, a half case of TriStar Autograph Mini Football helmets, a full case of Origins Football, a half case of Leaf Rookie Retro, that'll be the start of a new case, and a full case of National Treasures Collegiate Football. Wednesday night, our new release night, we will once again start at 8:30 Eastern, and we will open both of our new releases. They are 5-Star Baseball and Absolute Football. We'll open them each by the full case. So that is how things are shaping up here for the days ahead. Now, what you need to know about tonight. Majestic Football is going to be first. Chronicles Baseball will be our second break of the night. I'm expecting all of this stuff to get out the door and on the way to you no later than Tuesday, which is the 27th, believe it or not. We're almost through August. I hope that I can get it out to you faster than that, and I will try very hard to do so, but it should not be any later than that, barring something completely unexpected. And the last little bit, consolation cards. Chronicles Baseball, this won't apply to you because every team's going to pull plenty of cards in Chronicles, but in Majestic Football, if you happen to get skunked, and by that I mean you don't pull anything, not a base card, not one single thing for your team, you will still get cards in the mail, be consolation cards, and they will ship out with the rest of the break. It always works that way when you have a paid shipping break with me if you get skunked, okay? We are going first into Majestic Football. It is a 6-box case. This is break number 3. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 23rd of August. We've got our team names there on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team on the right-hand side. And, of course, we'll put a new spreadsheet up before Chronicles, so if you're here for that one, just hang tight. You'll see your name up there shortly. Last little piece of business, I am changing up the focus right now, and that means your background went out of focus a little bit. But I don't want you to be stressed out by that, because it actually is just going to let us look at our cards a little bit closer than we might have been able to otherwise. So now we got to get all these boxes out of here. And the thing about mini products like this, we spend as long getting stuff out of the boxes and out of the wrappers as we do actually looking at the cards. So this break doesn't take a terribly long time. There's only a couple of packs per box and only a handful of cards in each pack. So even though it's a full case, it's a pretty quick little break. So if you are here for Chronicles, don't wander off too terribly far, because it won't take us long. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the packs out, which is what I prefer to do usually when it is items like this that don't have many packs or many cards. It's easier just to clear off some space on the table and get them all out up at the start. Alan J is here. Hello, sir. Michael Coforth is here. And Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Haven't seen you in a while indeed. How have things been? So, Michael, did you jump in after I just went through all that info? It sounds like maybe you did. So, yes, Chronicles comes after Majestic. So, for those of you who missed all of that stuff that we did here at the top, Majestic football is first. Chronicles baseball is the second break of the night. As soon as we can get all of Chronicles, or all of Chronicles, try that again. As soon as we get all of Majestic out of here, it won't take us very long to look through it. Just a matter of extracting it all. All right, kids, let's see what we have got in here. Chris, you got the Falcons in here? All right, good deal. How's my hand? Yeah, you know what? I have got such terrible carpal tunnel syndrome from all this breaking and sorting. It's crazy, isn't it? I have to wear this wrist brace, well, pretty much all the time. I'm supposed to sleep in it too, but really I don't very often because it just bugs me to try to sleep in it. But other than the times that I am asleep or like in the shower or, you know, doing something that would get it dirty or wet, I have to wear this brace almost all the time now. I have just destroyed my wrists. Isn't that awful? Like, is that a thing? Card break wrist? I don't really think it is. It's just carpal tunnel syndrome, but it's caused by that, I suppose. Ryan, you have got the Red Sox tonight, huh? In Chronicles. Awesome, brother. We'll have to see what we can find for you. All right, so, of course, Majestic. It's a pretty cool little deal. There's not a lot of base cards in it, but the ones that are look like this. And that is numbered to 25. We're starting off with Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Alex Barnes for the Titans, numbered to 49, is our first hit that we see out of this product. And little Daniel Jones, who continues to look good in the preseason. How about numbered to 10? Yeah, if you've got the Giants, I would say that probably makes you pretty happy. Bradley Chubb comes out for the Broncos. It is numbered to 49. Got a little pair of relics hanging out there for Bradley and the Broncos. You know, I've thought about that. Ryan says I should get the surgery for carpal tunnel. It only lasts 15 minutes, and his wife is so happy after she got it done. I thought about it, but isn't the rehab for that like kind of long? And aren't you supposed to avoid the repetitive motion while you're rehabbing? In which case, how would I do my breaks? To 75, it's Joe Flacco. Not used to saying Joe Flacco in the Broncos, but yeah, that's where it goes. Rashawn Gary, your rookie for the Packers, numbered to 99. He of the hieroglyphic signature. Yes, probably the worst signature of the rookie class, which is going some. This guy, he comes out of every single case of Majestic. This is numbered to 99. It's Philip Lindsay and the Broncos. And the reason I'm laughing is, guys, out of one of these cases, we pulled 4 Philip Lindsay's, if I recall correctly. It was an astonishingly high number. I think it was 4. And he has, I believe, come out of every case of Majestic I've opened. Tony Pollard, numbered to 25 for the Dallas Cowboys. So it's like somebody at Panini just said, here, Philip Lindsay, sit down and sign 8,000 cards. and then we're going to put like 10 in every case. I don't know. Weird. Joe Mixon and the Bengals is our base card. It is numbered to 25. And look at that. Repetition. It is Rashawn Gary, again, to 99 for the Packers. Way to go there, Panini. Way to go with your sorting. Scripted signatures, Hakeem Butler to 99. Arizona Cardinals, tricolor relic and autograph. And we don't want to leave my Pittsburgh Steelers out. We're going to send them home with Benny Snell Jr., numbered to 49. Black. Why they give me an all black relic? It's numbered to 49, Panini. You could have given us 2 colors, don't you think? Yeah, you would think. Ryan, you said you don't have to avoid the repetitive motion after. Oh, you just cut something and it opens up the tunnel. Oh, I don't like the sound of cutting. Cutting makes me unhappy. But the boom, it's better part I like. Jason Pierre-Paul, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, numbered to 50. And then we have a little Preston Williams, numbered to 25 for the Dolphins. Ezekiel Elliott, nice. Yeah, that's one of those Noiice, nice. It's numbered to 25 for the Cowboys. Yes, I drank a lot of Red Bull before we started. I was tired. You can tell. It's okay. It's okay. Darius Geis and the Redskins to 49 with a relic for the Skins. Staying lover, get a surrogate, get the surgery. And you say, let's go Tampa Bay and Jags. All right, we'll do our best. Meanwhile, Burst Ball Cards wants a repeat of the Daniel Jones. Well, now that would be worth looking at, wouldn't it? Calvin Ridley to 50 for the Falcons. And Joe Thomas for the Browns, numbered to 15. Now, why is a Joe Thomas Browns relic blue and white? Like, what? That's weird, isn't it? What is blue on a Browns uniform? I don't remember Joe Thomas playing anywhere else either. Did he? Where is there blue on the Browns? I'm not thinking so. I don't know. Tony Pollard, 199 for the boys. Sam Darnold comes out for the Jets. Sam Darnold is numbered to 49, and you have 2 little relics there. They're tiny, but they're there. Oh, yeah, Ryan, I could paint my brace in Pittsburgh Steelers colors. That would be cool, wouldn't it? It'd probably make a mess, though, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Having a little black and gold, baby. Kenyon Drake to 50 for the Dolphins. Dexter Lawrence for the Giants, numbered to 49. The big man, who I think's also had a decent preseason, if I recall. I think I read that. Mohamed Sanu to 99. Falcons. Kansas City Chiefs. Mecole Hardman Jr., numbered to 49. Chris, I don't know if we've had it. Guys, have we had any Bears? Does anybody remember if we've had any Bears hits? I started to say no, but then I have a lingering thought that maybe we did, but I don't know if we did. Chris, we will recap the relics and signatures, of course. Chargers to 50, Keenan Allen. The Buffalo Bills, Tyree Jackson, numbered to 25 for Buffalo. The Eagles and Miles Sanders, numbered to 5. Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's part of the Eagle, right? I love it when we get a chunk of the logo. That's almost, well, maybe it's not the eye. I don't know. It's still cool. It's still a cool part of the Eagle. And the Cowboys, adding to their already impressive haul, Byron Jones to 49. Ryan, your wife is a chef. Ooh, I bet you eat well then, don't you? Wish I could say I was a chef. Can I be like a microwave gourmet? I might qualify for that. David Johnson to 50, Arizona Cardinals. The Patriots, this is numbered to 3, babies. Rodney Harrison. Oh, yes. Majestic Marks to 3 for the Patriots. A redemption, you know the drill. It's going to set up here in housekeeping. We'll reveal it at the very end of this break, and then we'll go check it out at the Panini website. And Patriots again, Teddy Bruschi with a relic. So that was a lot of Patriots in that box. All right, we have DeAndre Hopkins for our base card. Texans, 250. More Patriots. Holy cow. A lot of Patriots right in a row here. Dion Branch to 5. Gosh, the other one was to 3. This one's to 5. Patriots all of a sudden crushing it. Here comes a bear. Now I know for sure we have a bear, because it is Riley Ridley to 199 for Chicago. Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes to 49. Pat Mahomes, of course, with a relic. And I think someone tried to call up some Pat Mahomes mojo tonight, right? I think so. Didn't I get a message about that? I think we were working on Pat Mahomes mojo. I think we were. I mean, you probably would have rather had it signed, but still. It's good. It's good to hit Pat Mahomes. I like that kid. The Biscuit, Mitch Trubisky to 75 for the Bears. Now all of a sudden the Bears are on a haul, a tear, whatever. It is Emmanuel Hall to 25 to add to the haul, H-A-U-L haul, for the Bears. I know. I shouldn't have had as much Red Bull as I did. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. TJ Watt to 10. Sweet. My Pittsburgh Steelers. Quad relics. Hard signed autograph. I like it. Archie Manning to 25 for the Saints. That is some throwback for the Saints. It just says player worn. It doesn't say game worn, so he could have been walking the dog in it. But either way, not a bad little hit there for the Saints. We have Antonio Brown, he of the drama, numbered 250 for the Raiders. Is there such a thing as a drama king? If there is, it's him. Dante Pettis, numbered 215 for the 49ers. Andy Isabella to 99 comes out for the Arizona Cardinals. That's nice. I like that relic. Oh, and it's almost perfectly centered, too. It's not exactly perfect. It's pretty close. Saquon Barkley, Giants. Saquon is numbered to 10. Oh, that's why. Look at that. Cool. 2-color relic, 3-color relic, piece of the football. That's why it's numbered to 10. So we're going to do last pack mojo here. Last box mojo technically would have been the last pack and this pack. But I forgot to say it at the start of that pack, so we're going to say it right now, and it will just be last pack mojo. First Bowl needs some DK Metcalf for the Seahawks. Stanglever is saying, man, he's got to have some Jags and some Buccaneers. All right. Let's see if the mojo will deliver. That is numbered to 50. It's the Bengals and Andy Dalton. For the Dolphins, it is Myles Gaskin to 49. Followed by Kansas City Chiefs and Dante Hall, numbered to 75. That's actually pretty cool if you've got the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a pretty cool little hit, I think. And last out, Marshall Faulk for the Rams to 49. Now, we do, of course, still have a relic to flip. That's right here, a relic. Let's try that again. We just looked at a relic. We have a redemption to flip over. We will find out who's on the other side of it. Then go to the Panini website and check it out. By that I mean we'll verify the team, and then it will also tell us what, if anything, this card is numbered to. And it is Corey Davis, which I believe is going to be the Tennessee Titans. That's Capstones, which generally is an on-card autograph. So let's roll over here to Panini and let them tell us what's what. Except I've got myself on the wrong page, which means if I go over there, I'm going to have you on the wrong page. Now we're right. All right, football. What have we got going here? What did I say it was? Capstones, right? Yeah, I think so. Just regular capstones, perhaps. Our card number is 15 for Corey Davis. And, yep, Titans, as we expected, going to be numbered to 99. Let me get that labeled up, and then we're going to be ready to recap here. And I guess I better bring you back to me, right? I could recap without you being on the same page, but it probably wouldn't do you much good, would it? So the redemption for the Titans, numbered to 99 for Corey Davis. And then we have got Kansas City Chiefs, followed by the Bears. And there are more Kansas City Chiefs, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Cardinals, 49ers, the Bills, Falcons, Jets, Browns, and that nice little Cowboys hit with Zeke on there. Who I think, did they finish a deal with him? I know they were really close on it. Is he officially signed and sealed and delivered and back or not? The Dolphins, Steelers, Cardinals, Packers, and more Cowboys. Dallas had a good little night tonight as a whole. Only one Philip Lindsay tonight, but you knew he was going to be in here, didn't you? There's Broncos, Packers, Broncos again. Oh, I didn't realize we had a third relic down there. I missed it the first time. We only had the two. Giants and the Titans. And our last little stack here brings us to the Rams and the Dolphins, the Giants again, the Saints, the Steelers, that's low numbered to 10, I think it was, and Pat Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs. And then we have the Bears, a couple of nice Patriots. This one is to 5, and that's a Patriot. And then this Patriots to 3. Those all came out almost right on top of one another, so good little run there for the Patriots. And the Cowboys, and then my favorite relic of the night, the Eagles. I do think that's part of the eye. First time I looked at it, I thought it was, and then I thought it wasn't. Now I think it is. I think it's part of the eye of the eagle. Anyway, whatever it's part of on the logo, it's cool. I like that patch. Oh, Chris, you just said Acuna just got his 30th stolen base. All right. That kid is something else, isn't he? He's a lot of fun to watch play as well. Let me check. We had some unpaid teams in Chronicles. I'm going to check and see what our status is on that. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm going to let you look at this. It gives you information about your potential shipping dates and all that sort of stuff. And let me kind of see where things sit here in terms of Chronicles, if we need to move onward and upward or not. So give me a second here, please. And then we'll find out what I need, what, if anything, I need to do. Let's see. This is actually somebody that I do know that has bid with me before in the past. So I've got to think maybe something's just kind of happened. Let me see if they left me a message or anything, because that seems unusual that I wouldn't have. Yeah, no. So I don't know, guys. I don't have a message either, but it is somebody that I know pretty well in terms of they bid here a lot. And every time I do this, you guys know I live to regret it, like every single time. But, you know, true to form, I'm one of those stupid people who likes to trust people. And so we'll see if I end up regretting it or not, but we're going to roll onward and upward. So we are into a 16-box case of Chronicles Baseball. It's a full case break. This is not break number 1. I have made this same typo every night for like 3 nights in a row because I have a nasty habit of doing cut and paste, and then I correct it live and I forget to go correct it on the original. So there you go. It is case break number 2 because we opened the first one on Wednesday night when it came out in that big marathon break. This, of course, ended tonight, Friday night, the 23rd of August. And once again, we've got team names on the left, our winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. And hopefully we're going to find some awesome stuff in here. I like Chronicles. It's a really cool product. If you have never opened it before or seen it open before, you're probably going to like it, I think. It's got a lot of parallels in it. In fact, there's hardly any Chronicles base in there this year. Every year they've refined this since it first came out a couple of years ago. And in the beginning, there was a lot more Chronicles base and there were still a lot of inserts, but there were a fair amount of Chronicles base cards. And then in the subsequent years, the Chronicles base has gotten less and less. But this year, they did add some cards that are Chronicles only that are really super nice cards. Very good looking cards, clean, low numbered autograph hits. Of course, I'm sure we'll find some of them in here, but this is really as much about the parallels as it is anything else. Sure, we want to get the autographs and we want to get the relics. You know, that's par for the course. You always want to find that kind of stuff. But this is one product where it's just as much fun to chase the parallels for your various players as it is to find the autographs and the relics. Some of the parallels are a lot more rare than others. And some of the really rare ones can be worth quite a little bit of money, whether they're autographed or whether they aren't. Now, a lot of this is going to be, well, I shouldn't say a lot of it. A decent amount of it's going to be numbered. So the stuff that is lower numbered, I will probably call out the numbering. The stuff that's higher numbered, we likely won't, just because of the fact that there's so much of it. And loads of different card sets. We'll go through the first box here a little bit slower, and then subsequent boxes will be faster. But the first time through will take a little longer so that you can get a better feel for an idea of what's coming out. Now, each one of our boxes is going to have 3 autographs and 1 memorabilia card. You know Panini, they always say on average. So that means one could be replaced by a Panini Rewards Point card, or sometimes they'll short you one or something. But generally, it's 3 autographs, 1 memorabilia card per box. They also guarantee us 2 Spectra base cards this year, which in the past those were not guaranteed, but this year they are. Matt, you need some Wander Franco. All right, we'll do our best. So we're starting out here. That would be just like a Donruss flagship set. And limited, there's going to be a fair amount of limiteds. There's not, a lot of them are not numbered. A few of them might be. Ascension is another one we'll see throughout. Here's our first Spectra. That one is just the base. That's what the plain base Spectra looks like. Now, chances are we will find some Spectra that are parallels that will be numbered, but the plain base, although they are prisms, they are not numbered. Ditto with Contenders Optic. We'll find some that are numbered, some that aren't. Obsidian, which I love, for the most part are not numbered. We'll catch them if they are. Studio, followed by Certified. And this is what Classics looks like in here. This is an example of one of the Chronicles base cards. We won't see as many of those as we used to. Playoff, ton of those will come out. And what do we have here? Matt Carpenter for the Cardinals is our first hit. Now that's a relic on the Chronicles card set. I'll get it out in a minute. It is, of course, numbered to 99. So that's our relic out of here. We still are looking for our 3 autographs. And score. I love the score cards in here this year. Those are so much fun, I think. So I look forward to seeing those when we run across them. Rookies and Stars. There'll be lots of them. And here's our first autograph. And it is on the Absolute card set. And it's headed to Tampa Bay. Out of our first case, I found a lot of our autographs were on this Absolute Rookie Autographs card set. Probably more so than any other. That's what was coming out autograph-wise. So this is Phoenix. This is Titan. Titan is sprinkled pretty liberally throughout. That one is to 75. Some of those are numbered. Some of them are not. Obviously, like anything else, some can be higher, some can be lower. More studio. And an autograph on the Contenders card set. And that is Austin Riley for the Atlanta Braves. So the Austin Riley Atlanta action getting started early. More Titan. And this is Phoenix that is a prism for Eloy. As you know, some of these things are hollow foil like this. Some are prisms, some are flat, no coating, no shine. This is an example of Timeless Treasures. This is another Timeless Treasures, but this Pete Alonso should be numbered. Is it? Should be. Where is the number on it, though? No, maybe not. I thought it would. Oh, yeah, there it is. Couldn't find it. It's numbered to 99, way down there, hidden kind of by his foot, or on his foot, is the numbering on the Pete Alonso. And a lot of this stuff that may ultimately, or at some point, be sleeved is probably not going to be sleeved as we go through, simply because of the volume of stuff there is and the volume of numbered things. Now, not every card, of course, that is numbered is going to be sleeved, but our lower numbered ones and things like that certainly will be. There's another Alonso, that's Crusade. There's lots of Crusades in here. Some will be numbered, some won't. They all are massively curved, just like that one is. Hopefully they'll flatten out a little by the time you get them, because they will have been, you know, setting with other cards on top of them and around them and flatten them back out a little bit, hopefully. Our second Spectra in here, and this one is numbered because it's parallel. That's numbered to 49, and I believe that pattern is called Scope in Spectra. So that nice little Lorenzo Cain there heads to the Brewers. Here's another Titan. That one, of course, not numbered. Obsidian. We have a Josh James to 199. That is Spectra, autograph, and relic for the Astros. We also found a pretty good number of these rookie jersey autograph combos out on the Spectra card set out of the first case. There's a nice little Vlad Guerrero Jr. He is numbered to 299, so kind of high numbered, but still cool. And another Obsidian. All right, so the rest of the boxes we're going to go through quite a bit faster. So again, that was just to kind of give you an idea of the kind of things you're going to see and what you're going to be looking for as we move forward. Obviously, we're not going to call out every single one through all the boxes, or you guys would come through the screen and get me. I'd be like, speed up. I know, but you never know. I mean, you never know who has experienced a product before or not. So I always find it best just to go a little slower through the first one. All right. Let's see what we can find in here. Kyle Seager is our relic. And that one, I'm flipping it like it's numbered, but that one is actually not numbered. But it is our relic out of this box, and it goes to the Mariners. Little Jose Altuve on Titan. A Vlad Guerrero Jr. numbered to 99 on the Score baseball. That's actually, I swear to you, that's my favorite card in this whole set, are those Score. I just think they're so cool. I don't know why. I like those big heads attached to those little cartoon bodies. Cole Tucker is an autograph headed to Pittsburgh, the Pirates, on Contenders Baseball with Cole Tucker. There's a Crusade Chris Paddock. Those, again, when you see that color combo on there, pretty high numbered there to 299. So we may not flip down or flip around every single one of those, but you kind of get the idea of how it's going to be numbered. Ooh, look at that. The Phillies with a little veteran ink with JT Realmuto. Cool. And this would be on Prestige, or is on, not would be, it is on the Prestige card set. It would be our second autograph out of this box, I believe. There's Titan Manny Machado. That one's a little bit lower numbered to 50. We had a Titan earlier to what, 75 or 99 or something, so that one to 50, slightly lower. Spectra. Griffin, Canning, Angels. More Obsidian, which I personally like. And I'm kind of jazzed about the fact that Obsidian is coming to basketball this year. So it had previously been a football release, so I'm kind of happy to see that crossing over. That's the wrong sleeve. Mr. Pete Alonso for the Mets on Obsidian. Oh, Mets, baby. You're in business early with your hot young rookie, Pete Alonso, who's been burning it up lately. All season, really, not just lately. My rookie for the Reds hit another home run tonight. It's to 199. Finally, I say finally, he had like a little stretch of maybe 3 games where he didn't hit one, but for a while, he was just knocking them out every game, and sometimes a multiple per game. We were starting to get worried about him. This is our other Spectra. It's once again numbered to 49. So when you see that scope pattern on Spectra, that's pretty much going to mean to 49. It's the Padres and Chris Paddock. So yeah, Aristides Aquino has been all kinds of hot since he managed to come up. Kind of outshining Senzel, I might add, by the way. And Josh Van Meter's been good too, but I think Aquino was the biggest surprise just because honestly, I wasn't even following him that closely in our farm system because the one time I had seen him, which was just like 1 game, 1 or 2 at-bats last year, I don't know, he didn't really look to me like he was going to be some big superstar. And then I really didn't even hear that much about him in the farm system the early part of this year. And then you start hearing a little bit of buzz, and the next thing you know, he's up and he's doing that. So, kind of fun. Find an unexpected rookie in your farm system. Well, unexpected for me, I guess probably not for the Reds organization. We would hope not. Unexpected for them anyway. Spectra Sparkle. And that is numbered to 99. Another one for the Braves. Kyle Wright on that one. And there's an Atlanta Braves Ozzie Albies. That's Contenders Optic. That was a Prism. Do you hear that? Some fool outside is setting off fireworks again. Miles Straw for the Astros. Like, I swear to you, why are they setting them off tonight? I have no idea. And it's some of these neighbors that I have, all they do is firecrackers. It's like, really, people? Can you not just, if you're going to do fireworks, good Lord, at least get something fun to look at if you're going to do them all the time. Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves to 199. Atlanta racking them up tonight. But, oh well, maybe they'll run out eventually. Or it'll get cold eventually and they'll stop. I don't know. One or the other. They'll probably be doing them all winter. This is Heath Filmer for the Kansas City Royals. I have some interesting neighbors. Yes, that was 3 interestings. They are worthy of probably even saying 4, but we stopped at 3. And this little bad boy is numbered for Mr. Chris Bryant. That is numbered to 50 for the Cubbies. That is the Timeless Treasures card set. Behind it, we've got Freddie Peralta. That's not one you pull terribly often. And it is numbered 260 on Spectra. Is that hard signed? Or is there a sticker on there? Ooh, I don't feel a sticker. That is hard signed. How about that? Brewers. Hard sign Freddie Peralta on a mega thick card there for Milwaukee. I like it. Crusade, probably numbered. It is. Carter Kieboom to 99 for the Nats. There's a little Bryce Harper Obsidian. Another Pete Alonso. Might be a good night for the Mets. You're starting off well. Hometown Heroes. This is, in my experience, these have all been relics in the past, but let's see. Yeah, dual relic for Pete Alonso. A little Shohei Ohtani Crusade. The last time I remember Hometown Heroes, which I really don't even remember it being around, but maybe like a year or 2, but it may have been longer, but I think 2013 maybe for Hometown Heroes. Something like that. Of course, a lot of these in here are, as you've noticed, things that Panini has never made for baseball. And others, of course, are things that they made for baseball once upon a time, but haven't made for baseball in a long time. That's what makes it so fun. I meant to check the prices on some of the various card sets, and I forgot to do it, but I'm guessing some of you probably have, like Matt or Ryan, Stang Lover, Chris, Burzball, maybe some of you guys. Have you looked to see what is the hot card set out of here? You know what I have not seen yet, although I presume is in here, it has been in the past. I haven't seen any gold standard baseball inserts in here. We used to pull a lot of Prism out, but of course they made Prism Baseball a freestanding product. This year they brought it back, so they didn't put it in here since they had released it at the first of the year. But out of our first case, we didn't get any gold standard. So I'm wondering about that one. To 25, that's Aaron Judge and the Yankees. That's on a Rookies and Stars insert. Behind it, we have Mr. Acuna. That one numbered to 99 on a Spectra insert. More Obsidian. A-Rod, baby. A-Rod and the New York Yankees to 99. And that is Contenders Optic for Nick Senzel and my little Cincinnati Reds. Oh, man, I have to keep these in such short stacks because they, man, it just like really, I mean, they like want to bounce around and roll around and whatnot, because they are, so many of them have so much curvature in there, and there's so many different card sets. We're about to come up on one of the Chronicles that they're new for this year that I love. There's a couple of different designs of these. They're really nice. This one's headed to the Rangers. It's Patrick Wisdom. It's called America's Pastime. And there are a couple of other variations that are similar to this, not exactly this, but they look a lot like it. These are hard signed autographs. They're typically pretty low numbered. They're thick cards. They're, I think, really nice. And that's in addition to Chronicles this year as part of its base set, more or less. And there's another Nick Senzel, by the by, another Contenders Optic. That one's got a little pattern to it, however, so it is numbered as a result to 299. I know, my squeaky chair. I'm sorry. I shift around so much. I really fidget a lot. Always. Always have. It's to 99. Corey Kluber, season ticket. Cracked ice, or sometimes they call it crystals, but either way we know what it is and who it is and where it goes. German Marquez, Colorado Rockies, numbered to 99. And we're going to get another fun one in here, headed to Cleveland with Jake Bauers. Pretty good to get two of these out of one box. And it is also America's Pastime, same design as we saw a moment ago. There are different designs, I promise. We just didn't happen to pull them out of here yet. Just pulled the ones so far. But I promise you there are more. Base Spectra Hampson for the Colorado Rockies. Behind it is a little Phoenix Pete Alonso Prism. And that box is in the books. Trying to take some of the ones out of like the middle, because it gives us, sometimes when there's a lot of color right in the main line of the camera, it gives a kind of a distorted color to everything else, including the cards themselves. And it seems to most often happen when there's a lot of red back there, although today it's a lot of blue. It does still have a tendency to do some funky things to the color. And when we can kind of get a few of those boxes less in the main line view of the camera, I guess, some of our coloring will look a little better. David, hey David, what's shaking? What have you got going on this weekend? Something fun, hopefully. It's that time of year where things are starting to wind down. Everybody's going back to school. Vacations are mostly over, but it's not quite time to hang up summer yet. This is numbered to 10 with Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the limited card set. Here's Spectra with Yusei Kikuchi and the Mariners. And we see our first cornerstones of the night. And this is numbered to what? If I would hold it the right way, it would help. It is numbered to 99. And it's Javi Baez for the Cubbies. Now, some cornerstones will be numbered. Some will have relics, and some are like this, where they're neither relics nor numbered, or autographed, I mean, but they are low numbered. So take that for what it's worth. Had somebody trying to stick to another card there, giving me grief. Reese McGuire, Toronto Blue Jays are about to get on the board here. My guess is this is another, yes, cornerstones. This one has all the things we just talked about. We've got relics and autographs on it, numbered to 49. 4 relics and your hard-signed autograph for Reese McGuire. Just because he's sitting right there on the top, we'll look at him next. James Norwood for the Cubbies. So Chicago bringing one home. Titan, what I forgot what these are numbered to with that card pattern. To 25. Now I know. So many different versions of Titan. It's hard for me to remember. We've only opened it once so far. This being the second time, but you know what I mean. Christian Yelich, a relic. Milwaukee Brewers, not numbered. A Titan for Altuve that one is not numbered. It is a prism, but it is not numbered. And another Cornerstones. It kind of goes in waves, doesn't it? The last box we had a pair of those America's Pastimes. This box we're going to have a bunch of Cornerstones. It is numbered to 49, and that is the Atlanta Braves as well with Tukey. So Atlanta continues to rack up some hits in here this evening. Bryce Harper. That one to 199, Rookies and Stars for Chris Paddock. And behind it is Justice Sheffield for the Mariners. He's pitching tonight, isn't he, guys? I think. I'm pretty sure he is. I think he's got a late game tonight, the Mariners. And I forget who they're playing, but I think they have like a 10 o'clock Eastern start time or thereabouts. And I'm pretty sure Sheffield is pitching. I can't remember who they're playing, though. Another Paddock, and there we go. You're going to a Vikings game tomorrow. Very nice. That sounds like a really fun weekend, David. Hey, how about me? Oh, you know what? I'm not doing anything except sorting and shipping. Actually, that's not true. I'll do a lot of sorting and shipping tomorrow. But then we are going out tomorrow night with my dad for his birthday was actually Wednesday, but he doesn't like to do that sort of thing in the middle of the week. He likes to usually go on Saturdays, so we'll go out to dinner with him Saturday after I get my sorting and shipping and before we break tomorrow night. In between, we'll squeeze that in, but otherwise, I am not doing much this weekend besides a little work, I guess. Derek, I do not know if you have the Giants in this. Do you not know if you have the Giants in this? I don't know off the top of my head. You know, I am the worst about remembering that sort of thing. You should be able to see it in the in your My eBay in the items I've won category or items I've purchased or some such. I can't remember exactly how it's titled, but you get the idea. Tim Anderson for the White Sox on Prestige Baseball. Yeah, Derek, we did the first case of this, of course, the night it came out on Wednesday night. So this is our second break of it. Obviously, first one was Wednesday night, release night. And then last night I didn't do any breaks because we had a almost 3.5 hour break on Wednesday night to get through the massive amount of new releases. So I needed a little time to get caught up on some stuff last night. Jake Bowers and the Cleveland Indians with a Cornerstones relic numbered 299. There's Contenders Optic Benintendi. That is just a prism. And here comes Isaac Galloway for the Miami Marlins. The other thing I've noticed is that a lot of our veteran signatures are not always, but often on the Prestige Baseball card set. So there are some definite patterns I think we can kind of pick out as we start going through this stuff. Blake Snell to 199 Crusade Parallel. And I imagine the more of it I break, the more we'll be able to kind of pick out the patterns. But Usually takes me a case or two on something like this that has so many parallels. That is numbered to 99, and it is for the White Sox with Michael Kopech. Fernando Tatis Jr., Titan, Prism. I don't believe it was numbered. Didn't see a number on it. This is, though, Shohei Ohtani, numbered to 50 on the Score baseball card set. And Spectra for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Kevin Newman. Always makes me think of Seinfeld. Newman. You know, they're always like, every time he comes into the apartment, Newman. So yes, you do have the Giants. Okay, well, cool. So yes, again, guys, I don't know why all of a sudden in the middle everybody's asking if this is break number 2. Yes, it is the second break of the night, and it is also break number 2 of this product. Break number 1 of this product was Wednesday night. Break number 2 is tonight. We didn't do any breaks last night. The first product of the night we have already broken, when that was Majestic Football. Eloy for the White Sox is numbered to 99. Everybody's like all of a sudden thinking, uh-oh, is this not my break or something? But yeah, guys, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is your break. I know. It gets confusing. I know it does. It's just if I don't number them differently, well, there's 2 things that can happen if you don't number them sequentially. One, of course, eBay would think, let's say I had like 3 different Chronicles breaks listed all at the same time. If I didn't have them numbered, like 1, 2, 3 or whatever, eBay would think they were all the same product and they would hide all the duplicates or what they perceive to be duplicates. And then the other reason we sequentially number them is just to make it easier when you go back later, if you're trying to like look through YouTube and figure out, hey, what's what, you know, which one is which one do I need to watch to look for my stuff. That makes it a little bit easier, you know, if we go back and match it up by the break number. So that's the reason we do it. You know what? I'll be interested to get your take on Tyler when you see that, David, because of course he's had a last outing or so kind of rough. I mean, I expected that it would be a little bit rough for him in the beginning because, well, you know, he's young. He's new to the NFL and he doesn't have a ton of support around him there in Arizona. But the Raiders just pasted him, man. So I will be interested to get your take on it when you see it. Ryan O'Hearn comes out for the Kansas City Royals. And that is rookie jersey autographs and a tiny, tiny little signature on there for Kansas City. Oh, Derek, dang, man, you're in 9 different breaks tonight. Oh my God, how will you find time to watch all that? Like, I probably wouldn't watch it all, I'll be honest. There's Manny Machado and the Padres, Spectra. In fact, I often don't watch ones I'm in. I shouldn't say that, but it's true. I will the first several times I break with somebody, and then once I kind of get a feel for them and I know them and I trust what they do and whatever, I a lot of times don't even watch it. I just wait and see if something shows up in the mail. So there you go. There's Eloy for the White Sox with a Hometown Heroes relic. Because, like, it takes a long time to watch them all if you're in very many. And there for a while, I haven't done it to that degree in a long time. But I used to often be in multiple breaks per night. And I just would lose track of what was what. That is numbered to 25. Got a nice low-numbered little Pete Alonso there for the Mets on the Classics card set. And this is another one like America's Pastime, but different. But same idea. It's a similar card set or card design. And it is also part of the Chronicles card set. It's for the Kansas City Royals. This one is called Boys of Summer. And hello, that's a 1 of 1. So Kansas City Royals, that's even better than I expected it to be because, yeah, pretty little 1 of 1. We like those, don't we? I do anyway. I like my 1 of 1s. Yeah, we have been having some good Mets come out of here, as a matter of fact, by the way. So that is true. And what'd you say, Stang Lover? You said some Nats, O's, and more Kansas City will make it feel like my break. Well, that 1 of 1 Kansas City ought to make you happy then, right? I would think. This is Scherzer to 199 for the Nationals, a Crusade parallel. Derek, you got outbid for the Brewers. We have hit a couple of Brewers in here, I think. I don't remember exactly what they were, of course, because you know I don't do well with remembering that. But I'm pretty sure we've hit some Brewers in here, haven't we, guys? I think. Vlad Guerrero Jr. on a Contenders Optic Prism. Oh, now who's trying to hitch a ride? Who is trying to hitch a ride? This fine fellow here trying to do things he shouldn't is Cole Tucker for the Pirates. Stop that, Cole. Nobody likes that, Cole. This is Ryan Meisinger. Is that how you say that? Numbered to 50 for the St. Louis Cardinals. I think so. Maybe not. Might not be how you say it. Mojo pattern, Phoenix card set, numbered to 75 for Jordan Hicks, St. Louis Cardinals. Notice how they kind of come in groups? It seems like they do, doesn't it? Brandon Lowe, Tampa Bay Rays, Spectra. More Obsidian. And that box is all finished up. All right, let me get a few things sliding around over here because there's just such a hot mess of little bitty stacks. I need to I need to move a little bit of that around a minute because there's a lot of short stacks over on the sorting part of my table, so stuff doesn't slide off there. Oh, for sure, David. We're definitely doing more Origins football. I think the next one I have scheduled for it is Monday night. I always run through that at the first of the break, and you would think I would retain it, but I do not always. So I think it is Monday night. But we also run through it again at the very end. So if you are still hanging around after we look through Contenders, or Chronicles rather, we recap our autograph and relic hits, and then we review the anticipated shipping date, which takes a second, and then we review what's coming up in the days ahead. And I could tell you for sure then. But it's either Monday night or Tuesday night, but I honestly don't remember which. It's not Saturday and Sunday because I did Unparalleled Master Case one of those nights, and I did Certified Inner Case the other one of those nights. That's to 50 Kyle Tucker on Rookies and Stars. So it's definitely not either one of those, but either Monday or Tuesday, I think. But there's more beyond that. I mean, I'm just saying the next time I have it listed. There's Chris Paddock for the Padres. I have such a massive backlog of things down there right now that I'm not able to break things as quickly as I would like in many cases. Just trying to work through everything that's on hand. Pete Alonso, how about that for the Mets? Numbered to 99 on the Contenders card set. Mets continuing to pull some nice Pete Alonso. Miami Marlins, Pablo Lopez. Staying Lover, good. I'm not the only one who didn't know who Meisinger was then. All right, well, good, because I didn't really know who he was either. I'm assuming he's a prospect of some sort, because they always, well, they don't always, but Panini usually will mix in prospects and rookies and veterans in their stuff. Oh, wait a minute. You said he was acquired in December of last year and then waived in December of last year, too? And he's in Chronicles? How can that be right? He didn't go back down to the minors? That's Pete Alonso to 75. That is Contenders Optic Mojo pattern to 75. So you mean like DFA'd back down to the minors, or you mean like DFA'd no one picked him up? That doesn't sound right. Surely he's somewhere, isn't he? Is he? Nowhere? I don't know. I guess he could be. Blake Snell, Tampa Bay Rays, number 299 with a relic. And that is a little Justin Verlander Phoenix that is also a prism. Houston Astros, I think, coming up here. Miles Straw, numbered to 199. Rookie jersey autographs. Spectra. What is that numbered to? I can't remember this pattern. To 299. Why can I not remember that that's what that pattern is numbered to in those Crusades? Mental block or something. That Crusade, I guess, is not numbered. I thought it might be, but I was wrong. Imagine that. A Spectra Scope coming up. Oh, Xander, by the way, was to 199. I didn't call that out, but you probably saw it anyway. And it is Jake Cave, numbered to 49. Minnesota Twins. A Vlad Guerrero Jr. unnumbered Titan. Obsidian with Urias for the Padres. Supposedly he's at Memphis, but you never hear anything about him. What's he in? Is he in like AAA or AA or high A or what? Do you know where he is? Like in terms of class in the farm system? I don't know. I don't follow the St. Louis farm system really. Well, I really don't follow theirs too much. Kind of at all. I mean, I shouldn't say at all, but I don't follow it a ton. And I really don't remember him at all. He is in AAA, okay. Oh, he's 0-4 in AAA. Whoops. Well, he could still turn it around. Worse things have happened. I've seen worse and that still come back and do all right, so. It's been a rough year for pitchers in AAA anyway, because as you know, they started using the major league balls in AAA this year. Oh, that's nice little Mitch Keller, numbered to 99 for the Pirates. And that, of course, is the same, basically, juiced ball that we have in Major League Baseball. You know, those guys have been having to use it down in AAA, supposedly to get them ready. It's to 199 Kikuchi. And so it's going to make life rough on pitchers down there. Makes life rough on our Major League pitchers. And makes it especially rough on the minor leaguers. I mean, it's just balls getting hit more. Kevin Newman to 75. Spectra. Pirates. I mean, still, I don't know that 0-4 can totally be explained away by that. But my point is, I wouldn't write him off for dead quite yet. Trey Turner, Nationals to 99. Nats have been on fire, guys. In the last I don't know, few weeks, I guess, they have been putting up crazy offense. Anybody been catching any of that? Cedric Mullins, Orioles, Spectra. I mean, they're like putting up football scores on the board half the time. They've been doing quite well. Ryan, you need some Red Sox. All right, my friend, let's try and find you some Red Sox. There's another Cedric Mullins, numbered to 25, Obsidian Orioles. That's cool. I like the Obsidians. Well, see, exactly. See, Stang Lover's like, I don't know anybody on Cincinnati's AAA team either. See, that's the thing. Everybody kind of tends to follow their own guys more so than the others, I think. Because, well, they're right there in your backyard, you know, so people are, local media is following it and writing about it and talking about it a lot more if it's right there in your own backyard. Speaking of the Washington Nationals, how about Patrick Corbin? Your pitcher. I don't see a lot of Patrick Corbin autographs, so I think that's a pretty cool little hit if you're the Nats. It's on the Prestige baseball card set. You know, next week we have 5-star baseball coming out. 5-star is always fun. And they've upped the game a little bit this year. There's 2 on-card autographs per box this year, or a cut signature. I think if it's a cut signature, maybe that's the only autograph in there. It's numbered to 99, Vlad Guerrero Jr., a dual threat relic Spectra Blue Jays. But so they have added a little content to dear old 5-star. Fernando Tatis Jr. That was Phoenix, and it was just a prism. Of course, as usual, they did leave a few teams out. I had to roll through the checklist manually tonight to try to figure out, because you know 5-star almost always has some teams that they don't put something in for. So this year there was nothing for, I gotta think about this, the Marlins, the Rockies, and the Diamondbacks, I think, are the 3 teams that are not represented in 5-star this year. Everybody else was. Bursball says Cleveland's farm system is the only one that counts. Derek says, no, it's the Giants. Oh, listen, man, I'm excited about Joey Bart and your lineup there for the Giants. You guys know that already. Well, Bursball, you're kind of like Cincinnati in that regard. Sometimes your good players just get to be so good that you can't afford to keep them anymore. You know, these smaller market teams run into that. And I guess your next one is going to be Francisco Lindor. That's gonna be waving goodbye to you guys. And I agree, that part does blow. Blue Jays, Danny Jansen, numbered to 75. But it's just part of the economics of the game, it seems like, across teams. It's another Contenders Optic Prism for Vlad Guerrero Jr. But hey, listen, Puig is working out for you guys up there, right? I mean, I loved having him here in Cincinnati. It was a lot of fun. I was sorry to see him go, but he's going to be a free agent, of course, after the end of the year, and I guess we thought we weren't going to be able to keep him. Kikuchi, Mariners. There's your rookie pitcher. That is numbered to 99 on a Contenders card set. But I think Puig's been playing pretty well for you guys up there, hasn't he? Since he headed your way. That was Jake Cave, Minnesota Twins, Spectra. I mean, I don't get to watch very many Indians games. They don't really show those too much in my market, but I try to read some of the news and keep up a little bit with Puig anyway. I think Chris Paddock was stuck behind a Chris Paddock, so I just wanted to look at both of them for you. And there's a little Chris Bryant. Next up, we have Dakota Hudson, St. Louis Cardinals, number 249. This is going to be Spectra. It is jersey and signature. Speaking of the Indians, there's Francisco Lindor on Titan to 299. I got a nice low number Francisco Lindor Bowman. I think it's orange to 25. I can't remember what it's from, though. Maybe 2015 Bowman or something. Oh, no, I need to find some of that stuff and sell some of it. Contreras Cubbies. And that is, just says Panini Prime on it. So there you go. Is that our card set? Yeah, Prime Baseball. I don't even remember Prime Baseball, truthfully, but I don't think we've seen a lot of Prime Baseball, so maybe that's one that's not in here a lot this year. That was another Chris Paddack. We have seen a lot of Chris Paddack. Tremendous amount of him in here. Justin Williams, St. Louis Cardinals, strike again, numbered to 99. There's another Titan, Vlad Guerrero, another kind of high number to 299. All right, we've got 6 boxes left. So we've opened, what was this, a 16-box case, I think? So we've opened 10, 6 to go. Not too bad. Stang Lover, you said say the Mets are hot too. Yeah, that is true. The Mets have been looking pretty good, but you know what? Honestly, I thought the Mets have been pretty good most of the year. Maybe they had a little tiny bit of a cold stretch there, but for the most part, I think the Mets have been pretty good. And Ash in Mississippi, you need some Oakland A's. All right. Let's try to do that. You said the Cardinals and the Indians have traded a lot of players recently. Mercado, Andrew Miller, so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, there's been some movement, obviously, after the trade deadline with people just getting DFA'd and then picked up after the fact, but I guess that's the way it has to be these days with the hard and fast deadline. That's your only option anymore. Derek, you said ever since I told you about Bart, about Joey Bart, you figured you'd go for him again. Listen, Joey Bart he's going to be good, man. He's going to be really good. I mean, he was the number 2 overall draft pick, so that's nothing to sneeze at. And he's catcher, and they're at a premium anyway, and he's in there in the Giants system, and Buster Posey's getting old and with bad hips and knees and everything else. Joey Bart's going to be good. How about a 1 of 1 for the Miami Marlins? It's our second 1 of 1 out of this case, and it is Herrera for the Marlins printing plate autograph. So 2 1 of 1s out of this case. I kind of digging that. Let's find some more. That's a Mike Trout to 199. And who have we here? Cornerstones, Mookie Betts. Red Sox. You guys asked for Red Sox a while ago. There's a Mookie relic, a really thick one. It's numbered to 99. You said Puig isn't doing very well. I thought he was. I thought that he had been hitting pretty well since he'd been up there, but you say he hasn't been, so I guess I wasn't paying very good attention. It's a Pete Alonso to 99 playoff card set. But he has made your other players better, you said? Well, I guess that counts for something. Sean Reed Foley, numbered to 5 for the Blue Jays. So meanwhile, Toronto's just going, why couldn't that have been Vlad Guerrero Jr. to 5? I feel ya. That is nice, though. That's really nice. Sean Reed Foley for the Toronto Blue Jays. Gotta love that. And next up is Trevor Story and the Rockies to 75. That was on a Contenders Optic parallel. Mike Trout Titan. Maybe Gold Standard is not in this set this year because really, truly, we haven't seen it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's no Gold Standard in here this year. Bryce Wilson, Atlanta Braves. Guess you would have thought we would have seen it somewhere in 2 cases, wouldn't you? I mean, I would think. Maybe not. David, I do not usually break hockey because I don't follow hockey, like, at all. So it'd be hard, I mean, for me to break it in some sense because I wouldn't have any idea, like, what's a good hit, what's a bad hit, who plays on what team. I wouldn't know any of the franchise history. It's numbered to 49, Justice Sheffield and the Mariners on Cornerstones. I mean, I guess in theory I could learn it to a certain extent, but I just don't follow it at all. This is Spectra number 275. David Fletcher and the Angels. Ryan, you need a Chavez or Hernandez autograph? All right, we'll try it for you. Jose Altuve Crusade. We will try to find you a little Michael Chavez or... I never know how to say his first name. Darwinzon Hernandez. I'm sure that's not how you say it, but anyway. Derek says he needs Giants. Giants. Yeah, I don't know where Lindor's going to end up next year, Bursball. I mean, I think everybody knows he's not going to stay in Cleveland because, as you say, the higher-ups there in the organization have already let it be known that basically they're not going to pay to keep him, can't afford to keep him kind of thing. So definitely he's not going to be long-term in Cleveland, but I don't know where he'll end up. I haven't really heard anybody speculating. Mike and Chronicles, all the cards ship because, I mean, almost everything in here is parallel, as you see. There's very, very little in here that is not a parallel. So, yeah, everything in Chronicles ships. And just as a reminder, anytime something is different than all card shipping, or if there is something, additional categories, you know, for things, it's always going to be in the listing description. It is always going to be right in the same place every time. Down in that area where it talks about the date and time of the break and the name of the product and the quantity of the product. And right there in that same area in nice big letters, usually in colors that are different than black, it's going to tell you if something is different. That is Trevor Richards to 50 for the Marlins. And if it doesn't say anything in that area, then you can assume that it will be all cards shipping. That is numbered to 99. Only if there's something in there that says otherwise would you know that it was different. And that's also where it will tell you, like in 5-star, there's a category for celebrity cut signatures. So in that same area for the 5-star listings, it will say, I've cut celebrity cut signatures, has its own bidding category, that kind of thing. That is numbered to 99. It is Brandon Lowe and the Tampa Bay Rays. So that way it can, you know, I try to be extremely transparent. I put in tons of information in every listing, so hopefully most anything you would want to know be found in there somewhere. Jeff McNeil and the Mets. There's another America's Pastime. You guys know I like that card set. I think it's very cool. When you get it in your hands, you'll appreciate it even more, I think. And that is numbered to 99. I mean, it looks nice on the camera, but when you hold it in your hand, It's even nicer than you think it is. It's Christian Stewart for the Detroit Tigers. Copic Titan. And we got a couple more up here in this little stack to see yet. Oh, listen, you're not kidding. Ash in Mississippi said, oh, it would be awful for me to try to pronounce hockey names. For sure. You all know I have a weird mental thing about name pronunciation. This is Christian Stewart for the Tigers. That, like, so much of it, no matter even if I've heard it or even if I've seen it phonetically written out or whatever else, I just can't spit it out. It just doesn't come out of my mouth pronounced correctly most of the time. So, yeah, hockey would be a nightmare because I would have never even heard any of those pronounced since I don't watch it. Taylor Ward makes an appearance for the Angels. Spectra rookie jersey autographs. A Crusade Parallel Brandon Lowe Tampa Bay Rays to 199. Obsidian, Certified, and Studio finish up that box. Yeah, I could not even imagine what a hot mess that would be. So you are right about that, Ash in Mississippi. Buckeye wants me to do it just so you can hear me pronounce or try to pronounce the names. I think the operative word there is try to pronounce the names. Yeah, it would be horrible. We all know it. Unless you made like a drinking game or something out of it. It wouldn't have to be a drinking game, but unless you made some kind of a game out of it, then it might be fun. You know, play along at home kind of thing. Do an over-under. I don't know. You never know. The really good dude from the Rays. Well, which really good dude are we talking about from the Rays? Because the Rays have actually what I would, have a few good guys. You talking about Wander Franco? Or are you talking about, who? I mean, I don't know. Brendan McKay is with the Rays. There's, Jesus Sanchez, right? Is Rays. Who else is Rays? There's a bunch of Rays that are prospect Rays. But I don't know if you're talking about one of them or if you're talking about a current Rays player. So I don't know which you're referring to. The Nationals, Carter Kieboom. I like that. That's nice. So you said, well, John says Wander Franco is who you think he's talking about. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I didn't know if he was talking prospects or if he's talking current players or what. So he says, yeah, that was it. It is Wander. All right. This one is a Chronicles card set. Rare that we're finding those these days numbered. It is to 99, Paul Goldschmidt and the Cardinals. Next up is Urias and the Padres. That is a Spectra base. Mariners and King Felix. That was Contenders Optic. That was a Prism. No, that is not going to be numbered. I had to take a second look at that. I have different colors on the front of them usually if they're going to be numbered in Obsidian. Toronto Blue Jays. Thomas, never heard this guy's name pronounced, so I don't even have a clue. Panoni. I don't know. But whatever it is, there he was. Vlad Guerrero Jr. Phoenix to 50. And I started to sweep those off. We hadn't looked at them yet. That would have been a little premature, huh? It was in that spot where I usually set them. Soccer names? Oh, I'm sure I would butcher soccer names as well. Yeah, I mean, listen, I butcher names of people in the sports I watch all the time. That's to 199 for the Angels. Griffin Canning. Behind it, another Michael Kopech. That one is a Spectra base. So, yeah, something I don't watch, like soccer or hockey. Oh, my gosh. I mean, Yeah, it would be dreadful. It'd be really, really bad. Fernando Tatis Jr., Padres to 99. The big 99. I only need to know 3 name endings for hockey. Chuck, Inko, and Nikov. No, and mumble something at the end with one of those. Yeah, man, I don't know. Hockey's just not my groove. It never has been. Good friend of mine, she had a kid who played hockey for a while. He doesn't play anymore, but he did when he was younger, and Lord knows I'd have to drag off to some of those hockey games. And I mean, the only thing I would ever want to watch hockey for is the fights, and you can't really want to watch fights when it's little kids, right? That's wildly inappropriate. So I just had to sit there and freeze and act like I was having fun with hockey, but no, I was not. Kevin Newman and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Obsidian autograph. Phoenix, numbered to 199, Giancarlo Stanton and the Yankees. It was a wave pattern. Now the fights are totally worth checking out. That I could get on board with, but otherwise, I don't know. I'm sure it's fun to watch if you follow it, but I mean, come on, man. It's cold. If you sit and watch one of those games live. And also, they just don't really have a lot of hockey that they show here in the great state of Kentucky. We get lots of basketball here. Football, some baseball. No, we don't have too many hockey games there, right? First bullet card says hockey is your NyQuil. Without the fights, it's just figure skating with sticks and pads. Oh no, and you said that right before David says he played hockey, so it's in his blood. So like you just insulted David, man. He's a hockey player. Oh, but I tell you, I mean, it's just hard to love some sports. I hate watching golf, for instance. My father loves it. He played golf, and he could sit and watch golf for probably 20 hours. Brendan Rodgers for the Colorado Rockies. That is numbered to 50 on Contenders Baseball. And for me, watching golf is like watching paint dry. I have exactly zero interest in watching golf on television. Now, I'll go out and hack it up and try to play it. I'm really terrible, and I haven't played since I was a teen. And I would be probably even worse now. But I would go out and give it a go. But to watch it, oh gosh, no. It's to 199. There's your Michael Chavis. It's not autographed, but it is Contenders Optic and numbered to 199 for the Red Sox. So yeah, I mean, I would really rather watch paint dry than golf. I hate it. It's to 199, Mondesi and the Royals. My mother feels that way about baseball. She doesn't really like to watch baseball. She's very sports-minded, and she likes most sports, but she does not like baseball very much because she thinks it's boring. My dad doesn't like to watch tennis. So, I mean, everybody's got their thing that they don't like to watch, even when they like sports. That's numbered to 25. Ooh, it's Biggio. Little baby Biggio for Toronto. And low numbered, no less. Yeah, I would say it would be really tough to play, Ash. I don't disagree with you there. I think it would be extremely difficult to play hockey because you've got to keep yourself upright, number one, and then you've got to be able to do a lot of maneuvering while remaining upright, number two, and you're in all those pads and things, which have got to make it hard to skate and move around. Buster Posey on a prime relic for the Giants. The Indians with Ramirez on a Contenders Optic Prism. We have ourselves a little autograph here. Forrest Whitley coming out, numbered to 50. So the Astros taking home another one. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's probably good that I don't like to watch every single sport, because then I would never get any work done. That's the way I look at it. So it's probably better that I'm selective. Victor Reyes, Detroit Tigers. Johnny, there were some parallels for Nick Senzel. There were, we haven't had any autograph or relics, I don't believe, for them, but there were some parallels. Oh, that Goldschmidt was to $2.99. For a minute, I thought it was going to be lower. But I do know we had at least a pair of Senzels that maybe were numbered, I think. It's to 50, Austin Riley. Definitely one that's numbered, maybe one that was numbered and one that was unnumbered. But anyway, they came out fairly close together. There are two of them. They're parallels, and they weren't autographed or relics. Torres, Spectra. There could be others, but that's all I remember. And of course, that 250 rewards points, it replaced a hit. You guys saw it come out a while ago. It's going to sit right there in housekeeping. At the end of the break, I will use random.org, and we'll give that out to one of you. Probably we got a hit replaced because we've had a pair of one of ones come out already, but you never know. There could still be another big hit lurking in here somewhere. Jason, you said you love hockey now that you can see the puck. Before HD, it was impossible to watch. HD has made a world of difference, hasn't it? Then you said basketball, but you aren't a true collector if you're not taking a peek at baseball. Yeah, well, listen, I mean, baseball is the original sports card collectible. I mean, football cards and basketball cards and hockey cards and every other kind of card came way after baseball cards. So, yeah, for sure, they're the original collectible card. Yeah, Jason, the reason you see more Spectra this year is, well, for one, they guarantee 2 Spectra base cards in every box this year, which they did not in the past. They would show up a lot, but they weren't guaranteed. It's to 99 Kyle Tucker and the Astros. And this year, we're guaranteed to at least find 2 base cards. Like this is one of them. And it happens to also be numbered to 5, so even better. Tampa Bay Rays with Brandon Lowe. He has been injured. He should be, I would think, close to coming back, Brandon Lowe, isn't he? He's not out for the year, is he? I don't think he is. I wouldn't swear to it, but I don't think he is. It's to 199. Here is another Spectra. And that is Thor for the Mets. Just a base. No number on that one. And here is Austin Wins for the Orioles. We are approaching the end of the evening. We've got the rest of this and then one box behind us there left to look at. So we got to start conjuring up some mojo here for those of you who haven't yet found what you're looking for. Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves. This is going to be another one on one of the Chronicles, Pastimes or Boys of Summer or one of those. America's Pastime to 99. Kyle Wright, Atlanta Braves. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Panini Prime. I want to say this is maybe our 3rd Panini Prime relic tonight out of a case, so those aren't coming out super often. There's a Vlad Guerrero Jr. Phoenix that is a Prism parallel. I see that certified looks like that should be numbered, but it isn't. But it looks like it should be, but then they aren't. I learned that the first case, and yet still I looked like a dummy. Numbered to 99. This is Tampa Bay Rays and Nathaniel Lowe. So Obsidian and a nice low parallel. An Ohtani to 199 on Titan. Now, kids, we are officially at Last Box Mojo. That's right. We've got to collectively work our mojo here and try our best to find some big, fiery, booming, volcanic hits in our last box. After we look through the rest of these, we will then do a recap of our autographs and our relics. And following that, we'll take a quick little peek at anticipated shipping dates. And then we'll look at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. Oh, actually, we'll have to do that too. So we'll look at these, we'll give that away, then we'll recap, then we'll do a peek at shipping date and what's coming up in the days ahead. Okay, let's see what we can find. It is Rizzo Spectra Base Cubbies. Hang on, somebody was stuck to the back of that, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe there wasn't, but I thought there was. The Phillies, Philadelphia Phillies, with Enyel de los Santos. And once again, we have America's Pastime. That is numbered to 99. Pelham for the Rangers. Well, look at that. Rangers hadn't had their name called too much tonight. So they're out of the last box is one for you. Always good to see somebody come out when a team hasn't had much luck. Alex Bregman, Astros. It's going to be Hometown Heroes. It is almost certainly going to be a relic. Or dual relic, I should have said. But you got the idea. You knew what we were looking for there, I bet. And there's a Benintendi Optic Prism. Contenders Optic, I should say. Prism. Spectra, Minnesota Twins, Jake Cave, Sparkle to 99. Freddie Freeman, Phoenix, Braves. A Crusade for Eloy, and that's numbered to 99 for the White Sox. And our last little bit of cards here, we find ourselves another Cornerstones. Brad Keller, Kansas City Royals, numbered to 99. So Cornerstones out of the last box, not too shabby. Oh, look at that. And a Joey Votto. Oh, I like that. We end on a numbered Joey Votto to 99 for my Cincinnati Reds. Woohoo! All right, kids. We have 250 rewards point card that needs to find a new home. We're going to use random.org to accomplish that. And then we'll recap all those hits. Lots of hits. Lots and lots of hits. That's not even counting the numbered stuff. That's just autographs and relics. But that's why we like this product, because it's got lots of stuff in it. There is lots to love. All right, so this is easy. I am going to copy all the team names from the spreadsheet. Then we are collectively going to head ourselves over here to random.org. And I will paste them in. I will scroll through so you can see that all the teams are actually in there, as they should be. Because we have 10 or more items in our list, I will hit random one single time Whoever ends up in that number 1 position after I hit randomize going to get 250 points. And it is headed to the Marlins. Miami Marlins are getting the 250 points reward card here. And now we're going to recap a little stuff here. So the Marlins, the 250 points card went to them. Compliments of dear old random.org. Friend of some, foe to many is random.org. All right, we've got America's pastime for the Phillies. There's Vlad Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays. This came out for the Orioles. Buster Posey and the Giants. Brendan Rodgers, Rockies. Carter Kieboom for the Nationals. That's the Tigers. There's another nice America's pastime. Jeff McNeil and the Mets. Trevor Richards, Marlins. This is a really low numbered one. Sean Reed Foley, that is numbered to 5 for the Blue Jays. Mookie Betts and the Red Sox. We've got a 1-of-1 autograph printing plate for the Marlins with Rosell Herrera. Justin Williams and the St. Louis Cardinals. Contreras for the Cubbies. Dakota Hudson for the Cardinals. Numbered to 99, Yusei Kikuchi for the Mariners. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays, numbered to 99. Patrick Corbin and the Nationals. Mitch Keller and the Pirates. For the Astros, Miles Straw. Blake Snell, Tampa Bay Rays. Alex Bregman, Astros. And this is C.D. Pelham for the Rangers. Nathaniel Lowe, Tampa Bay Rays. Victor Reyes, Tigers. Forrest Whitley, Astros. Kevin Newman, Pirates. Taylor Ward, Angels. Cedric Mullins, Orioles. Pablo Lopez, Marlins. And here's this guy that we talked about earlier, Ryan Meisinger, St. Louis Cardinals. 1-of-1. That's our second 1-of-1 in this case. And Cam Gallagher for the Kansas City Royals. Ryan O'Hearn, Kansas City Royals. That is Isaac Holloway for the Miami Marlins. I didn't realize how many Marlins there were till right now. Tim Anderson, White Sox. Christian Yelich for the Brewers. Toronto Blue Jays and Reese McGuire. Another America's pastime. Jake Bowers and the Indians. Herman Marquez for the Rockies. Patrick Wisdom for the Rangers. Oh, see, I forgot we hit that earlier. So the Rangers really did have one before we got to the end anyway that I'd forgotten about. That's A-Rod for the Yankees. Pete Alonso and the Mets. Freddie Peralta. Oh, I forgot about that too, for the Brewers. Cornerstones. Brad Keller, Kansas City Royals. America's pastime, Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves. Fernando Tatis, Padres. Thomas Pannone, Blue Jays. Justice Sheffield, Mariners. Pete Alonso, baby, to 99, New York Mets. Hometown Heroes, Eloy Jimenez, White Sox. Eloy again for the White Sox. That one on Cornerstones. Probably like that one better, don't you? Jake Bowers, Indians. And there's Tukey for the Braves. James Norwood for the Cubbies. Heath Filmer, Kansas City Royals. Kyle Wright, Atlanta Braves. Pete Alonso, New York Mets. JT Realmuto for the Phillies. That's for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's Cole Tucker. Kyle Seager, Mariners. And a little Josh James. I forgot all about hitting that. Astros. Austin Riley for the Braves. And Tampa Bay Rays with Nick, is it Quifo? I don't know how to say his name, obviously. Matt Carpenter for the Cardinals. All right, so there is the break. There is the recap. And now let's roll on through some little spreadsheet 411. Expecting this stuff to be on the way to you by Tuesday. Ideally sooner, but in case it's not sooner, plan on Tuesday. We'll hope for faster if I can possibly manage to accomplish it. Everybody pulled cards in Chronicles. Don't need to worry about consolation cards there. If, however, you got skunked in Majestic and did not pull a single card, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail, and it will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out with the rest of the break if you have some headed your way. Anytime you have a paid break with me, that is how it works. Now, what's coming up in the days ahead? So tomorrow night, we're going to do a half case of encased basketball. That's the back half of a case, and it is the last that I have of encased basketball. We'll do a master case of unparalleled football. That's a 16-box master case, meaning it is 2 8-box inner cases. Sunday, we're going to start early at 8 Eastern, and we're going to break a 12-box case of certified football, inner case of certified football. Monday night, Optic Baseball. We'll do a full case of that. Tuesday night, a half case of TriStar autograph mini football helmets, start of a new case. Origins football, full case break. Leaf Rookie Retro, half case break, start of a new case. National Treasures Collegiate Football, full case. Wednesday night, another new release night for us. We'll start early at 8:30 Eastern. We'll break a full case of 5-star baseball, followed by a full case of absolute football. All right, so that is all the news to use here tonight. And yeah, I guess that's got me wrapped up for the evening. As always, I appreciate you being here. If I don't see you again tomorrow night, I hope I will see you again soon. Meanwhile, enjoy your weekend and your days ahead, and I will be back at it tomorrow night. So until then, take care, and we'll see you the next time. Bye now.